Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. And I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews, that 40-ish and under dollar range, and most of these are way less than that. And a good number of these you can pick up at your local rack stores. And this one is definitely a rack store find that I have here. If you try to find these online, you're going to pay 2 or 3 times as much as what you should. Let me just say that. So I've been waiting for this one. There's one other one that I'm waiting to get so I can review that one and just overall have it. And this is another Camara Contra. Men Only Intense. Black, flat black, clean looking. The atomizer lid, when I pulled it off, the inside stayed on there. It's the first time that it happened so far, but it did that to me a second ago. This was $14.99. Little charm there, like all these Contras have. And an atomizer is just a thing of beauty on these things. So this, to me, I thought at first it was Givenchy Gentleman EDP, but I remember that being different. I don't remember it as being dry like this. This is very, very powdery, dusty dry. It's the Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. If you look up what is in that thing, it matches this to a T. Oh, there you go, to a T. And I've only smelled that one a few times, but when I remember smelling that thing, it took me straight back. This took me straight back to that, and I was like, that's right, because somebody in the comments said that that's what it was, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. They're absolutely right. This is, it has all of that iris, it has all of that nuttiness, it has all of that dry, powdery, woodsy thing going on. It's a very, very dry, powdery, dusty, woodsy kind of a fragrance. Almost like if you spray too much in the room, it'll like take your breath away. It feels like it's gonna dry you out from the inside. It's one of those kind of fragrances. It's not like real heavy in the spices. It's not like real sweet or anything like that. There is a touch of sweetness. There is a little bit of sweetness, but not a whole lot. This is way more dry, dusty, powdery, like earthy even. It's one of those kind of fragrances. So if you're not into the dryness, the earthy, like vetiver is a good example. Certain lavender heavy fragrances, this doesn't have any of that in it, but they have a certain aspect, if you will, to them. They're like, and there's different categories for fragrances, and this is, you know, for lack of a better term, in a dry category. You know what I mean? Like dry martinis and stuff like that. This is like a dry fragrance. So it's dark at the same time. It's very dark. This is cooler weather fragrance. This is going to be really good for the nighttime. Real good for like a jazz club or something like that. It's that kind of a fragrance. Classy, mature. Well done. It's a well done fragrance, not blind buy. These things, it's a good thing, like I said before, it's a good thing they are out of the box, because this kind of scent profile isn't for everybody. Some of you guys are going to smell this thing and be like, what in the heck is that? That is terrible smelling. Because like I said, it's almost like a take your breath away, choke you out, dusty, earthy, dry, powdery thing with that woods and the heavy on the iris. So you're either going to love this or hate it. And I'm starting to kind of like love this thing. I really am. Longevity isn't too bad on this. I'm getting around the 5.5 or 6 hour range. It's an eau de parfum concentration. Not bad for being such an inexpensive fragrance. It's probably not going to be that compliment kind of a fragrance. It will probably get you noticed if you overspray on this thing, for sure, because it's way different than most things. Like these are cloning, for whatever reasons, fragrances that are just like out of the box, like off the beaten path. And occasions to wear this, I would prefer to wear this evening, cool weather. I wouldn't even say this is so much of like a church fragrance. Definitely not going to be for like high school or college. I mean, there's going to be people in high school and college that like it, but it's not like a good gift idea for somebody like that. You know, it's not going to be safe for that kind of thing. Overall rating, I'll give it a 6.5. That doesn't sound too high, but I'm not going to really bump it up because of the performance or anything like that. I'll keep it like, 5 is a good rating. This is 6.5, and we're talking about a $15 fragrance, and I'm comparing it to like all my fragrances, 30, 40, like whatever rating scale that is. I'm not basing it on the price, I'm just basing it on the scent profile alone and the performance. So 6.5 is a solid rating on this. Might go up over time the more that I wear it. It might not. So right now, it's good. It's good, but it's not my favorite in the lineup. It's not my favorite in the lineup so far. The chrome one, I smelled it one time. It's amazing smelling. I really want that. But the Only You, I think it is. I got it right here. This one is just absolutely phenomenal. Exquisite. Latin tradition. Unreal. This one isn't quite as good, but they set the bar really, really stinking high with those two fragrances. So comparing it to those is almost unfair because they are just out of this world good. This is a good fragrance. It's solid. I'm not going to say that it ain't. Very good fragrance. So that's my final thoughts on Contra for men only intent. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.